My beloved child, I speak to you now with a profound insight meant to illuminate your path. It is vital to comprehend the profound bond linking your outward reality to your inner being, and the physical spaces you occupy to the invisible forces present within them. I declare to you today, it is time to establish order in your surroundings, and no longer permit darkness into your home. This instruction, my precious one, goes far beyond mere neatness. It is an invitation to perceive a truth often overlooked. The physical realm you interact with is deeply intertwined with the spiritual, and it is frequently shaped by it. What manifests in your physical dwelling often reflects what exists in the hidden aspects of your life and home. The very atmosphere you breathe, the chambers where you find rest, the locations you frequent, all possess the ability to impact your spirit, either to uplift it or to burden it. Perhaps you have sensed an odd disquiet in your home, a persistent heaviness without any clear reason. My child, I tell you plainly, you perceive this because it is true. There are unseen entities, watchful presences that seek to reside where disarray and neglect provide a gateway, a weak point in the spiritual defense of your dwelling. However, I have not left you unprotected. I have granted you divine power, dominion over these very forces. Therefore, I instruct you now, order them to leave. Employ the power I have entrusted to you. Drive out all spirits of discomfort, all remaining darkness, and every force attempting to watch or interfere with your life. This capability is not something you merely possess temporarily. It is woven into your very being, originating from me. I have bestowed it upon you, and it is yours to wield. Consider the sudden feelings of apprehension, the subtle foreboding, or the constant unpleasantness that pervades your home. These are not always simply moods, my beloved child. They frequently serve as plain signs that all is not well with the spiritual state of your environment. They reveal that the invisible realm is manifesting itself. You possess the strength to dismantle these strongholds, to loosen their hold, and to reshape your area into a sacred refuge in harmony with my spirit. Often, my child, you might sense your sincere requests are not perceived, or that your devoted prayers do not arrive before me. You might wonder if I truly listen, sensing your prayers are halted, prevented from their divine destination. Truly, many of your prayers are being obstructed by these invisible influences that hold fast to your surroundings. This is exactly the outcome when your surroundings are spiritually impaired. Your fervent prayers, intended for me, can be diverted, losing their vigor, turning away from their divine purpose due to the spiritual disturbance and disorder around you. For this reason, a pure and spiritually unburdened environment is not merely helpful, my child, but utterly vital for our unhindered communion. It creates an open channel for my being and my messages to arrive with you, and for the longings of your heart to ascend to me. This message, my cherished one, is a profound revelation and a direct instruction. I urge you, do not disregard it. Recall the account of my servant Nehemiah, a man of action and spiritual fervor. When he returned to Jerusalem to oversee the holiness of my house, he discovered a grievous error within the temple courts. A large chamber, which had been consecrated for storing the frankincense, the grain offerings, and the vessels of the sanctuary, the very materials used for worship and communion with me, had been emptied of its holy purpose. In its place, the priest had allowed Tobiah, a known adversary of my people, to move in. The enemy had set up his furniture and his household goods in the very room meant for the incense of prayer. Nehemiah did not negotiate with this intrusion, nor did he simply tidy around the presence of the adversary. He was grieved and very displeased. With righteous authority, he cast forth all the household stuff of Tobiah out of the chamber. He physically removed the clutter of the enemy. Only after he had thrown out the darkness did he give the command to cleanse the chamber, and only then did he bring back the vessels of God and the frankincense. Do you see the parallel, my child? Your home is a sanctuary, a temple of my spirit. When you allow disorder, or the spiritual residue of the world, to occupy the distinct spaces of your life, the frankincense of your prayers is displaced. You cannot store Holy Communion in a chamber filled with the enemy's goods. Therefore, act with the spirit of Nehemiah. Do not be passive about what resides within your walls. Exhibit a holy intolerance for that which occupies the space reserved for me. Cast out the old, the fear, strife, and spiritual stagnation. Cleanse the chamber. When you do this, you will find that the obstruction clears immediately. The heaviness will lift, and the sweet aroma of your prayers will once again rise to me without hindrance, filling your house, my glory. A space filled with mess and neglect becomes a place where these negative spiritual influences can flourish, taking root and extending their sway over your space, and through it, over aspects of your life. This can impede your spiritual growth. You cannot truly flourish or experience my presence with clear joy in a disordered place. Reflect deeply upon your home. Does it offer true tranquility, a calm refuge, or is it a place of constant disorder and quiet apprehension? Its state can either propel you forward with purpose, bringing progress and clarity, or it can restrain you, causing stagnation and confusion. Know, my child, that this communication is not intended to cause you shame or judgment. Rather, its purpose is to rouse you, to prompt you into motion, and to set you free from that which binds you. In the lives of many, the influences of idleness, delay, and discouragement are significant obstacles, subtly weakening your capacity to begin this essential purification. These spirits whisper that it is impossible, making the task seem too vast and overwhelming, leading you to postpone it indefinitely, to wait for another day that never arrives. They gain strength from inaction and indecision. But I tell you, my child, you possess the inner fortitude, granted by me, to overcome these obstacles. I would never ask you to do something truly beyond your capability. You merely need to dedicate yourself and to firmly follow your purposes. Indecision and continually putting off what you know must be done empower these very forces I speak of, allowing them to remain and grow stronger. You have the inner will and resolve, my beloved child. You must simply employ it, arouse it, and persist. The interference you sense in our communication, the difficulty you have in discerning my voice clearly, the haziness in your spiritual perception, a great deal of this, my child, originates from the state of your physical surroundings. The turmoil, the constant disagreements, the discord that may fill your home, the ceaseless mental disarray, the hesitation, the misgivings, the apprehension, the fluctuating ideas. These are all indicators, reflections of an unseen struggle for your space. Sometimes, my precious child, you find it hard to truly connect with my truths, or you might feel a reluctance to utter words of devotion. Your moments of seeking me can feel like a heavy obligation instead of a light, joyful encounter. The burden you carry, that sense of weight, lifts entirely when you choose to express deep gratitude and love for me. But I know that a place filled with disarray and unsettling influences can make it difficult for your spirit to pour out the full, open-hearted worship I long for. You possess a great capacity, my beloved, to transform the very atmosphere around you through your heartfelt reverence. However, your immediate surroundings might be suppressing that expression of love. preventing it from reaching its true strength, from arriving at my heart as a clear, unhindered offering. Your surroundings, my beloved one, often reflect the state of your inner being or the flow of your everyday life. Allow what is concealed within it to come into view. Then attend to the place where your nourishment rests. This space, holding what sustains you, ought to show thoughtful provision and careful order, not overlooked items or neglect. Let its condition be a testament to your diligent care. Release your grip on what you possess. Part with what you no longer genuinely need. Release anything that no longer resonates with your spirit, for it merely occupies precious room, both in your physical environment and within your inner being, impeding new starts. May every space you occupy, every way you travel, reflect order and clear intention. Deliberately arrange and bring harmony to your dwelling. Return it to a condition of deep comfort, a location you genuinely wish to inhabit, where your spirit discovers peace. Perhaps your living space once felt like a secure refuge, a true sanctuary. I long for it to be so once more. You should not feel hesitant to return to your own dwelling because of its atmosphere or physical state. Let it become a comforting haven again, a peaceful dwelling for your spirit, where quietness and calm can be found as you are with me. Furthermore, my beloved child, you need to let go of anything that connects you to old hurts, to enduring sorrows, to challenging recollections. Examine your possessions with a discerning mind. Do you find any object that evokes a difficult emotion, a strong tie to a hard chapter in your life? You must let these go. Holding on to such items is often an unacknowledged reason why you feel hindered, why progress feels sluggish, why yesterday's shadows still affect your present. These things, though merely physical, carry a certain resonance, a recollection, which can sustain old pains and keep new paths distant. Clear your environment of these ties to what is past, these silent yet powerful bonds that impede your free movement forward. The root of any spiritual weariness you might feel, my child, or the difficulty in grasping the sacred understandings you yearn for, can often be connected in some way to the condition of your material surroundings. Is it overflowing? Is it neglected? What is its true condition beyond what is readily observed? Ponder this truthfully. Prepare your dwelling, my precious one. Let your home, your place for reflection, be an inviting sanctuary where my presence can settle without obstruction from disorder or stagnation. I have good things, insights, and clear guidance I wish to impart to you. But you must first create space, both internally and externally, so you can welcome them. For some, the attachments to old ways might be so profound that a complete fresh beginning is necessary. For you, my beloved, perhaps moving and starting anew in a different place is the essential step to escape deep-seated inner and outer disorder, to establish a truly clear foundation. When you restore harmony to your surroundings, my child, a significant transformation will surely ensue. A deep sense of peace and stillness will envelop you. This is a state of profound tranquility, of inner equilibrium, untouched by anxiety or agitation. It is an external stillness that fosters an internal quiet, bringing about genuine repose and the absence of unsettling thoughts in your mind and spirit. Your ability to discern spiritual truths, to grasp what remains unseen with keen understanding, and to perceive my voice with unwavering assurance will become much sharper, more exact. You will gain a clarity that dispels all doubt, a conviction that fortifies your walk with me. Do not permit feelings of discomfort or misguided pride to prevent you from receiving the help that can liberate you, that can lighten your burden and aid your progress. Break this pattern by guiding your energy, by taking one attainable step after another. Hesitation, my cherished one, can become a heavy burden, drawing you into prolonged delays and dimming your inner motivation. Continue moving forward. My precious child, observe the inclination within you to cling to what no longer serves you. These attachments, though seemingly small, can tether your spirit. Such holding on is a subtle refusal, a hesitation to embrace the liberation and new paths I desire for you. Do not allow yourself to remain weighed down by what has lost its benefit in your life today. As you undertake this task, my beloved one, let your living space resonate with honor for me. Keep sounds of worship playing as you tidy and order your surroundings. Allow the echoes of praise to clear the air, even as your hands make the physical area spotless. Let the awareness of my nearness and my kindness settle into every part of your dwelling, touching every surface. Observe what comes to pass, my cherished one, when you faithfully act on these directives. You will experience a profound shift within yourself, a sense of lightness and release. Your very demeanor will reflect a calm spirit and fresh understanding. Anticipate rapid spiritual advancement, a quicker pace in your journey alongside me. Whatever has been slowed, restrained, or postponed in your life because of your surroundings will now gain momentum. The good things you have waited for, the steps forward, the understanding and guidance, will now reach you easily, for you have prepared a pure place to receive them, an open path for my favor to move. My beloved child, above all, do not let apathy, hopelessness, or procrastination take hold of you again. If I could unveil your inner sight to truly grasp the unseen reality of your living space, you would comprehend the vital need for this purification. You would plainly perceive the invisible influences that feed confusion in your mind, inner strife, indecision, obscured discernment, and the struggle you face in perceiving my voice and my closeness. This guidance, my precious one, is not given to burden you or to find fault, but to propel you onward in your path of liberty and meaning. Its aim is to clear away the invisible hindrances that have lessened your speed, to uncover the concealed reasons for slowness and spiritual challenge. Take this wisdom to heart, my beloved one, for you will see a significant change in your life if you accept and live by these instructions. Not every dwelling is disordered, nor does every life require such a complete physical renewal. Yet if these words stir something deep within you, if they speak directly to your inner self, then you know this is for you, a personal invitation to act. Undertake what is required. Finish the task, my child. I am assisting you through these very words, offering the insight and the fortitude you need to start. Embrace this truth, my beloved child, for in doing so, you will discover fresh freedom, deep understanding, and a clear path for my presence to reside completely and serenely within your sacred space, a haven of true connection and lasting tranquility. My beloved child, turn your gaze now from the outward spaces of your dwelling to the interior landscape of your mind and the hidden posture of your heart. We have spoken of the vessel. Now we must speak of what fills it. I call you today to address a matter of critical importance, the silent agreements you have made with despair and the treaties you have signed with your own inadequacy. It is time to dismantle the mental strongholds that have masqueraded as logical thinking in your life. You often mistake worry for wisdom, believing that by anticipating every possible disaster you are protecting yourself. I tell you, this is a deception. Worry is not preparation. It is a misuse of your creative imagination. When you ruminate on failure, you are meditating on the enemy's plans rather than mine. You are building altars to fear in the sanctuary of your thoughts. Recall the account of the 12 spies I sent to scout the Promised Land. 12 leaders, men of status and strength, walked the same ground, saw the same fruit, and looked upon the same fortified cities and giants. Yet 10 of them returned with what Scripture calls an evil report. They did not lie about the size of the giants. The obstacles were physically real. Their sin was not a lack of eyesight, but a lack of insight. They measured the giants against themselves, rather than measuring the giants against me. They looked at themselves and said, "We were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight." Note that phrase, my child, in our own sight. They determined their value and their capability based on their own perception, and the enemy merely agreed with them. Because they felt small, they became small. The 10 spies infected the entire nation with their cowardice, causing a generation to wander in the wilderness until they died in the dust. They were barred from the promise not because the walls were too high, but because their faith was too low. Only Joshua and Caleb possessed a different spirit. They saw the same giants, but they declared, "They are bread for us." They understood a spiritual law you must now grasp. The obstacle is nourishment for your growth. I ask you, what is the report you are broadcasting over your own life? When you look at your future, do you speak the language of the 10 spies? Do you say, "The cost is too high. I am too old. I have made too many mistakes," or "I am not gifted enough"? These words are not humble observations. They are an evil report. They are an insult to the Creator who knit you together. When you agree with your limitations, you disagree with my power. You cannot walk in my authority while holding hands with self-pity. My child, stop looking at the clocks of this world. My timing is not linear, it is kairos, divine, appointed time. I am not slow, I am patient, and I am precise. You see the harvest in another's life, but you did not see the season of crushing they endured to produce that oil. You envy their victory but would not survive their battle. I have a specific custom-designed path for you, and it does not look like anyone else's. To compare your path is to disparage my wisdom. You must also understand the season of hiddenness. There are times when I cover my children with the shadow of my hand, effectively hiding them from the world. You may feel buried, overlooked, or set aside. You cry out to be seen, to be used, to be recognized. But I say to you, there is a difference between being buried and being planted. The seed that is planted must endure a season of darkness and pressure in the soil before it can break through to the light. If I were to expose you to the heights of success or authority before your roots were deep enough to sustain it, the very blessing would destroy you. Do not despise the obscurity. Do not despise the quiet years. It is in the dark room of the soil that the root system is built. It is in the hidden place that character is forged, where your motives are purified, and where you learn to hear my voice without the applause of the crowd interfering. I am calling you to a new level of maturity. I am calling you to guard the gates of your mind with a sword of steel. Do not allow every thought to enter and take a seat. Interrogate your thoughts. Do they align with my promises, or are they echoes of the 10 spies? Cast down the idol of understanding. You are desperate to know the why and the how and the when. You demand a roadmap before you will take a step. But I am not a God of explanations. I am a God of revelation. I call you to follow the sound of my voice, often one step at a time, without seeing the full picture. This is the walk of faith. Trust requires the suspension of your need for control. Rise up, my beloved. Shake off the dust of disappointment. Stop rehearsing the history of your wounds. The past is a tomb. Do not live there. I am doing a new thing, but you will not perceive it if your eyes are fixed on what is behind you. Speak to your giants. Declare that they are bread for you. Align your agreement with my word, and watch as the walls of impossibility crumble before you.